behind the days.
What?
Okay, hello. Welcome
To the last show before 2018.
Oh, it is 2018, not 2017.
2018.
I know. I'm saying anyway. Hello, I'm Luke.
I'm Mel, and this is Behind the Desk.
Because we got an email.
Us personally?
No, it's my personal email.
Oh,
okay.
Really? Welcome. We hope everyone enjoyed their holiday time. It's still happening. Still partied up. Still take care of yourself.
Have
and
a drink.
Say hi to your loved ones.
Yeah, have another drink.
Okay, Luke, we know where your head's at.
And party it up.
Okay.
With your family.
Ring in the new year.
Yeah, ring in that new year. And while you're ringing in that new year and you're listening to this podcast.
At the stroke of midnight, they put on Behind the Desk.
Yes. At the stroke of midnight, you're going to put on Behind the Desk.
Behind the
So this is what you're going to do. You're going to take out your phone right now that you're listening on, open up that podcast app, and
you have an Apple phone.
If you have an Apple phone or like whatever it's on, leave a little comment. Maybe leave us a review. The reviews, the comments, the rating stuff, that helps us. That helps boost our podcast to be more visible. It's going to help us with advertisement type stuff, which that's really important too. But like it'll take literally, especially if all you want to do is just rate it and you're like, I'm not good with words. I think
we should do a podcast live from a holding room.
Okay,
I think that should be a 2018 goal.
That would be amazing. But it'll take literally 2 seconds to rate us 5 stars, because that's literally all it takes. Or it'll take you like 20 to write a quick little blurb to be like, hey, they're cool.
Comment if you like my holding room idea. I think that'd be really fun.
Okay, this isn't never mind.
I think that'd be fun. I think we should take a vote and then do it.
Let's do a letter writing campaign.
To who? To us? What are you talking about?
Yeah, to do that episode. We'd have to get that approved. We might do that. We might do a holding room episode.
Who needs to approve that? I feel like holding rooms are like public space.
We'll have to get somebody.
We probably have to talk to Equity. Anyways, so stay tuned. That's one of our 2018 resolutions.
Yes. Also, this is episode 5. Woo!
5! I don't know why we got excited about that. So Luke and I are going to make some resolutions right here, right now on this podcast.
We are?
For 2018.
Oh boy. Whether
you believe in resolutions or not.
We're also going to set a little fun thing into motion.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Is it my live podcast from a holding room?
Yes, it's a live podcast from
I think that'd be awesome.
No, so Mel and I are single. Single and...
ready to mingle.
Well, I think we've been mingling. And we've decided that if in a year we're still doing this podcast, if Mel and I are not taken, we might just...
marry each other?
Tie the knot. Call it a day.
Live on the air.
Live on the air. We'll tie the knot from a holding room.
From a holding room.
We'll get Mel her... We'll get Mel her... the thing she needs. So Mel's Canadian.
I think we've hit that topic pretty hard during
and so that'll be a fun thing. Stay tuned for the next year to see
stay tuned
whether or not Mel and I are together.
To December
whether
31st,
or not we'll be
2018.
Yes. We'll be going into 2019. Okay. I'm feeling like talking like Stewie.
No. Excellent. So.
Ryan.
So obviously my resolution is to do a podcast from a holding room. I just came up with that in my brain as we were starting this.
It's like you're improving. I don't know what my resolution should be.
Well, it should have something to do with this podcast.
With this podcast?
What else do you have in your life?
Wow. No, I do have a resolution for 2018. It's not just about the podcast, but I'm just going to create a bunch of shit. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to, like, make creating art to any degree
create art
the most important thing. So I'm going to plug my music project while I'm at it, the Steadfast Sound.
Okay, yeah.
Check it out on SoundCloud. Hopefully we'll get it on Spotify too. The Steadfast Sound. So I want to do the podcast, I want to do music, I want to act, I want to like hit all the things, and yeah.
Go Luke.
I just want to, I think my full-fledged resolution, yes, is to work for a time doing literally nothing else other than artist things.
You know what?
Not have any other side hustle.
I'm proud of you. No matter what.
Stop. Don't do this to me, man.
No matter
It's
what
not your
happens,
fault.
if this is the only thing that we do for the rest of our lives, this podcast.
All right. Hot in here.
It's fine.
Feeling a little woozy. Sitting
I
across
closed
this
the
desk
window
for you.
because it's
God.
negative 7
All right, now
out.
what is your resolution? Also, we're doing this in lieu of audition rundown because it doesn't exist. Once again, it's because
You're
it's
like,
holiday
why are
time.
these two talking instead of giving me the information I
it's-
listened for?
Right. No, there's no rundown to do because it's still holiday time. The next episode we'll be back at that, and it'll be more,
promise.
and we're gonna be hitting the normal audition season. It's gonna be crazy. Mel,
Jeremy.
what is your New Year's resolution?
I'm gonna launch my one-woman show.
Okay.
You're gonna be there? You're gonna be in full attendance?
I think I'll be in another city, possibly, unless you do it like...
Do you think I'm going to do it like next week?
I don't know. I can literally see you pulling out a script and being like, I was up until 5!
No, I'm going to do
I'm playing 17 characters. They're all me, but different personas.
No, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to launch my one-woman show. It's called The Loudest Girl in the Room.
I think that's good. So it's going to be comedy.
Well, yeah. You think you were going to come to a bunch of, like, ballads and, like, lovesick songs?
That's exactly what you're going to do.
That is not what I'm going to do.
So what, so you're going to do it as you want to do it as a comedy show?
It's an all-inclusive, one-woman comedy show.
Oh my god, can I be your band? Can I play the piano?
You could maybe sit in the corner and
Yeah,
give people drinks.
No. Let me sit in the corner with my piano and I'll do the little...
Do you play piano, though?
Oh my god, we just discussed on the last episode the cabaret. I quit.
Luke, I'll see. I mean, I don't like to mix too many projects with the same people. I like to expand my horizons a little bit.
You don't like to
in other news, if anybody
places.
wants to play piano for my one-woman show,
Oh
please
my
let me know.
god, you're gonna advertise it? Alright. Hashtag screw Mel. Great. So your resolution is to do this one-woman show.
Yeah,
Mine is
man.
to do artist shit for as much as I can.
So both of our resolutions is to continue being ourselves
and not doing other bullshit side hustles, which we already just had that episode, which is important. Don't get me wrong. Do the side hustles. Got to get by. Got to make money somehow.
But make sure those side hustles aren't taking over your life.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We talked about this. We could go on for hours. We know that.
Us two now. We're pretty short. So we're doing some audition horror stories, right?
Yeah. I mean, we're doing some from our friend Fernando.
Yes.
Fernando is a twofer.
Yeah, are we going to let his just be the thing?
I feel like his voice is... He's talking...
All right, I'll try to do this as quickly as possible. I am outside, so I'm really sorry. But, all right, so my buddy had an audition that went really well for Hunter Foster and a regional theater. And it went well, and he got called back. So he got called back, and it was a dance call. And that was awesome, and he was very happy. And they're like, make sure to bring your tap shoes. And he was like, okay, yeah. So mind you, my friend relocated to this place for college. And so, like, a lot of the things that, like, he had, like, his tap shoes or, like, jazz, like, stuff like that, didn't really come with him since there was no need for it really since he was going to school. But he got a tap shoe. Like he like was like, okay, I'll bring my tap shoes. And then he went to look for his tap shoes and only found one tap shoe. So he did this dance callback for the choreographer and the assistant director and for Hunter Foster in one tap shoe. Needless to say, he didn't get called after that. He got cut. I don't think it was because he was bad, or because I think it's because he was wearing one tap shoe. But I'm not really sure. I hope not. But who knows? I think that's hilarious. That's like one of the best stories that I've ever heard.
Okay, and
Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you, Fernando. You gorgeous man. That's hashtag one tap in a dream. I love that.
You know what? Good for that guy. He just went for it. He was like, no worries. I got this.
Yeah, when that's all you got in life is a tap and a dream. Just like coffee and broken dreams.
Coffee and broken
Coffee and broken dreams.
So we chose that to be our tagline, not our timeline. We chose that to be our tagline. Strictly because, I mean, it's just that's what we're living on right now.
Coffee and broken dreams.
It's not to be negative. It's not to be anything like that. It's just coffee and broken dreams.
It's just I like it.
I like it. I came up with it.
I'm gonna start a band called Coffee and Broken Dreams.
You can't do that. I copyrighted it. Smell makes
Did not copyright
I did.
it.
You don't know my life.
Mel, you can't copyright something here, can you?
Yes.
You're not of this country.
Stop reminding people.
She's American as they get.
This is America. No, but right before the new year, we're going to take our time with this one, and we're going to talk about
Mental health, kind of?
Yes, thank you.
God, get on with it. Mel just had like a bit of a moment there.
I just was like,
Sorry to the folks at home.
about coffee and broken dreams. So, that being said, let's talk about rejection in the audition room.
Just in the audition room?
Yeah, you're up, Luke.
Okay.
Rejection in the industry and how we
sure.
deal with it.
Okay, so we all deal with rejection every single day in the industry.
I know. I don't know why I thought about
No, okay, all right. So this is my attitude, and like I've been auditioning like professionally for I don't know, like going on 4 years now, something like that. Like I've been in the professional theater world to some degree for about 4 years, and at this point, I just cannot tell you how much I like just don't give a shit. Like, and I think that's the only attitude like you can have if you're gonna like save yourself and like. From like mental anxiety about every audition, and I know so many people that like just overthink every time they went in the room. They're like, well, I did this, so like what if they didn't like it? And it's like they treat it like it's like a first date, and I just why waste your time like doing that? Of course, like if you've just bombed, like I've had those moments. Even recently, I've had moments like that where I was like, wow, I really fucked up. I didn't prepare as well as I could have. That sucks. I'll hit it next time with them. They've seen me do other things. That's okay. But like you can't. You're gonna go to so many auditions. You cannot dwell on the past. You can only look forward and take notes and move forward and learn from like the mistakes that you made. Because otherwise it will literally destroy you. Because it is like going on like a date and being rejected over and over and over and over and over again. And it's not good for like your self-confidence or your self-worth, but like you still have to pick yourself up with a smile and go into that audition room every time. And that's the only way it can be. So I think just learn to not care. I feel
learn
like
to let go.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not care.
I should, yeah, I
learn
mean...
to let go.
Yeah, thank you.
I
like,
mean,
it's not that I don't
walking out of
care,
an audition
it's just...
room is like, it's out of your hands. And I know this is reiterated so much, you know, by a million different people about letting it go. And then my question always is like, well, how?
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
because
fine.
what we do is so dumb.
Well, okay,
like,
fine.
it's so important, but it's so dumb.
But 30 seconds of your life, you were in high stress, you were in high insanity, your adrenaline is pumping.
Or you were having a great time.
It's pumping. Okay. You know, and you walk out and people are like, just forget it. Well, that's hard for some of us.
I know.
And so how do we do this? It's like, for me personally, one of the best things I got was like after a long day of an audition, just have that moment of peace and relaxation and stress release. And whether that be a cup of coffee or like going to get yourself a really nice lunch or going home and taking a bubble bath or going home and reading a book, setting aside time for you to re-energize. Because that's what we're doing, is you're giving energy. Especially, even if you're going to one audition a day and you're in that room for 60 seconds, if you're going to 5 auditions a day and you're in that room for, you know, a cumulative, the whole hour of like...
It's exhausting.
It's so exhausting.
Even if it is, just that 2-minute audition, it's exhausting.
Take time for yourself. Take time to like, you know, or you know that you've had a really long week of auditions, find some way to like go see a Broadway show or go to a friend's cabaret or something like that, you know, do something nice to remind yourself why you go through this torture every day.
But like, I guess what I'm trying to say is something that gives me solace is thinking about like how dumb like some of the shit we go in to do, like
and that's how you feel.
And just because I'm like, oh, that helps me think like, okay, like let's be honest, this is not the end of my life. This is not the end of the world. I was going to play, you know, a quirky, cartoony musical theater character, and it would have been super fun. Like, audiences would have had fun. Like, maybe if like I was playing that part, but also it's not the end of the world. Like, it's okay.
I think
like, there's gonna be more auditions.
Yeah,
like, it's all good.
I think we mentioned this in passing on one of our episodes, which was like. A lot of people use an audition diary and talk about what happened in the audition. That's great
we talked about
for
that
like
episode 1.
practical And it's also great for, like, you letting yourself go and letting yourself off the hook. Yeah. So if you find 10 minutes after an audition to, like, write down who was in the room, what happened in the room, what you were wearing, whatever you want to write down, and then write down how you felt about it. Write down what you wrote. Write down how you felt exiting that room. Because I've looked back at my audition diary, and some of the worst auditions I've ever had have been the best, well-received auditions. Like, I've gotten the call back. Or, you know, I've gotten the gig or whatever. And it's like, whoa. But I was beating myself up in this audition diary. Yeah. So I think you really need to take time to take care of yourself, because the mental game is so much stronger than any other, like, game that you're playing. It's like that's what makes or breaks people in this business is the mental game and how strong you are going in. And it's not like the people who keep going into audition after audition after audition are the strongest mental gamers out there. I was going
to comment on that. I was like, do your best to not... It's so easy for us to, like, compare ourselves to, like, what we're doing. So, like, your roommates, maybe, or, like, your close friends are like, oh, they're booking, or, like, they're hitting, like, 8 auditions that day. Okay, fuck that. Guess what? They may not be right for all 8 of those auditions, and they're probably wasting their time on a good number of them. Like, you can choose to sleep in and know that you're not going to get cast in that for reasons that are outside of your... the thing you bring into the room, and that's great. So, like, just don't compare yourself to what everybody else is doing, because that's not healthy either.
And, like, you're equity, Luke, so this isn't, like, as big of a struggle for you, but be kind to one another. Be kind to other people's mental games. Be kind to knowing that some people work till 2 in the morning, but some people work at 6 a.m. They cannot get to that list when you started at 3 a.m. And if you can get to that list at 3 a.m., more power to you, but... It's just, remember that other people are playing this, and, like, if you sign up all of your friends who maybe aren't right for it, that's 10 more names that someone has to wake up, go to whatever audition studio at 6:30 in the morning and see that they're already 105th, or whatever it is. Be kind to one another during the mental game, because that's the moments that people are going to remember. Everyone will have better auditions. Yeah. Everyone will be happier, and then we can all get along harmoniously.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, give your curling iron to the girl who needs it. Give it to her.
Oh my God.
That's real.
No, it is real. No, and I think I'm genuinely not trying to come across, like, harsh. I guess in my opinion, I feel like I'm just very, like, strong-willed about how I feel about it. It's just because I don't.
Okay, so what do you do after? Okay, so you've talked that, like, you go through that, like, mental conversation of, like, it doesn't matter, there's gonna be another gig, blah, 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 X amount of reasons. But, like, what do you do when you've had a really bad audition? You just talk yourself out of it? Or, like, do you go take moments for yourself? Like, what do you do?
For me, it really does involve, like, go get the coffee, go reflect on, like, what happened. And I will beat myself down about an audition. An audition goes bad for me, which I haven't felt like something went, like, horrible in a minute, although I can think of the one that did. And it was because I was ill prepared. It was I can't remember if it was something I was called in for or a callback, but I didn't have my shit together. I didn't have this material prepared, and I had time to do it. And that was on me. And it wasn't because, like, in the first episode where I was at this dance call and unexpectedly had to do, like, this crazy hard hip-hop competition, I was like, well, fuck, that's not going to happen. Never mind. And I could laugh that off. This one, it was on me, and that sucked. And so I beat myself up about it a good bit, just in the way I was like, I got to get this coffee and reflect on what I just did. That's not good. I need to, like, hone in and do better. And I just took some solace in the fact that I was like, can't do that again. I messed up in front of that casting director. I don't think it was terrible as I probably think it was, but get your shit together and study. Like, you got to do your homework. I know you've got the jobs that you have to do on the side, but you got to do your homework. But I just want to pound home that you just cannot dwell on the things. You got to let them go and move on, because it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, totally. I'm getting what you're saying. Let it go. Elsa. We got it. But I think what's missing is how to do that, and I think you need to experiment how you let go. So you let go through self-conversation, through getting a coffee, blah, 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 which is great. But other people can't let go like that. You know, other people need to talk about it with someone, you know, and that's cool. Find an audition buddy.
Business making money off of that.
But find an audition buddy who's willing to listen to you before you walk into that room and after you walk into that room. Or, you know, that's kind of why we wanted to do this, to make you feel like you're not alone in these feelings. Like, you had a shitty audition, you're not alone. Like, so many of us wake up feeling amazing, we go into an audition room, we bomb or whatever, and we walk out and our whole day is turned around, but you still got to do an 8-hour shift. How do you let that go to not affect the audition tomorrow? And I think it goes back to what you were saying is, know what you're going in for. Don't just sign your name on any list that's there just because it's there. Because
you're setting yourself up for failure.
How are you going to feel good when you're going into a show that you're not right for?
Yeah,
you can't
not just not
way.
right for, your skill set doesn't match.
Yeah, and avoid that situation. Sleep in, get the coffee, or make yourself feel. And we're saying a lot of things that you have to buy. I'm not saying you have to, after every audition that goes terribly or goes wonderfully, you have to go buy yourself something nice to treat yourself. That might be a way that you do it. Another thing is, like, go home. Make sure after the audition you get to go to a safe space. You get to do something that you love or you're good at. Some people might want to go to a dance class after you don't do so well at an audition. Yeah. Go to a dance class. Or if your side hustle is something that makes you so extremely happy, which is amazing, then make sure you go to an audition and then you go to your job. And you kick it out of the park doing that. And I think it's really important walking into January and what was sure to be a crazy audition season.
January.
Did I say January?
A couple episodes ago. We talked about January.
Go find what makes you tick. Find that thing that's going to make your mental health game, your mental game in the audition room so much stronger.
Yeah.
And if it's like going away from the holding room for like 10 minutes
go
before you guys do it.
Fuck it, go
do it. Like put in your headphones, listen to our podcast, and just do it.
Yeah.
That's what calms you down.
Speaking of that, like the reason also I have the attitude that I have, it reflects on my acting too, and like everything that I do. Because in college I had this professor, I think I've talked about before, of course I'm not gonna say her name, but her whole thing of like we had to like untrain ourselves like in school because you were taught to do like kind of schmacky things like in high school. She was like, what are you doing? Just fucking do it. Like just eat the fucking food. Like, like why are you thinking about it so hard? Drink the cup of coffee or just tell them like, hey, I don't want to be with you. Okay. Like she's just like, that was her attitude. And she was like, none of this matters. Like just do the thing. Fuck it. Who cares? And so like that has reflected on my audition life too, and helps me make my auditions better, whether that's in sides or whether that's in a song, of me just being able to go, you know what? Yeah, who cares? Like I still have a day. I have a life outside of this industry. And at the end of the day, I don't know what my future looks like. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this forever. And that's more important. Who you surround yourself with is more important. Your family is more important. Take care of yourself, because that is so much more important than sacrificing yourself for this industry that is not very giving. And that's just how it goes. So enjoy it when you got the gig and like things like that. But like when you're getting hit every day with that rejection, don't take it to heart, because that has no reflection on you as a person.
And find what makes you happy.
Yeah.
I mean, some people can audition 6 times a day and just let it ride off their back.
Oh, my God.
I am not one of those people. I wish I was. But I cannot.
Yeah.
I need time to, like, reflect and write and...
I'm not going to say his name, but, like, like, what's his name? Like, does that. We talked about on... Oh, my God.
Yeah.
On
I know.
one episode.
Yeah.
He goes to, like, so many auditions, and he's just, like... He always has something to say, but he just seems very put together no matter how it went.
Yeah, find how you tick. And especially, like... just right before audition season, it will just make you so much happier. It will just make you so much healthier. It will make you so much better grounded as a person, and grounded as an actor and a performer and a dancer. If you know how you can let it go, if you know when to hold on, if you know all of those things. And I mean, I differ from Luke in that I don't go in with the I don't care attitude. I actually care like a lot. Because that's
not
just
that I don't care. It's that I leave it once the door is closed.
Well, I can't do that. So what I'm saying is I get that. I get that feeling, but I've found ways, even if it's calling your mom or calling that audition buddy and just like talking it out, or talking about something completely different, or not talking at all.
Have another hobby that has nothing to do with this industry whatsoever. That just makes you happy for the sake of making you happy.
Yeah, like I read constantly.
Yeah, and that's a huge stress reliever for you.
I just read. I just walk out of my audition and put myself in another world.
Like I go and jam out on the piano, like in a practice room, And, like, yes, I mean, that, like, kind of has to do with the industry, but, like, when I'm doing it in that setting, it doesn't. Like, it's all about me just jamming to tunes that I'm doing or writing.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we need to talk about going into an audition room, too. That mental game. I struggle with this, like, walking into an audition thinking it means, like, the most thing in the world, thinking about all the scenarios that could happen, how much could happen, like, what they could say, what I could do, blah, 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 like, X amount of things that could happen in that 30 seconds I'm in a room, and I'm high stress. And I think I'm still finding it. I'm still finding, like, how to take that deep breath, walk in, and present who I am.
Yeah.
You know, instead of putting up a wall of, like, professionalism or, like, a wall of, I'm an actor, I'm a good actor, this is how I do it. You know, like trying to find that balance within myself. And I found what works is walking away from a holding room because so many things are happening.
Yeah.
And they're not good or bad. There's just so many things happening.
There's
And
a lot
so
of
many
energies
lives
in
are
one
colliding.
room.
And like find your energy and find your, like the way you tick. And it's really hard because you're lined up against a wall, like waiting to go in with like 3 other girls around you trying to hit their high C's like under their breath. So no one knows. They're like, whatever.
Hashtag hit those high C's.
No, but find what it is and talk to other people. You never know. Like, you found out from your professor what worked from you, but you never know what someone does
What's
before
gonna
an
make you
audition.
click.
What mantra, what, like, you know, or you... Did I say mantra?
You and your Canadian
came
out. Oh, yeah, you and your mantra.
I mean, I have a great audition buddy, and we're great at talking about it.
This is great. We're going to wrap it up. Because we're
You
getting,
always cut me
I
off.
know. I'm sorry. No, so I want you to end it
Chatty
like...
Cathy.
Who's the... Give me the last thing to wrap this up, this episode.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, hashtag take care of yourself.
Start the conversation. Talk about it. Mental game. Strong. Walking into audition.
It's okay to be a little selfish when it comes to the mental game.
Okay.
Figure out what works for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
And tell us about it.
And tell us about it. lukewarmmelon@gmail.com. The Facebooks, the Tweeters, the
tweeters.
Instas, SoundCloud, CastBox.
All the things. Find us.
Again, please leave ratings, leave reviews on literally everything, especially like leaving that 5-star rating. Takes 0 time and it helps us so much. We love you guys. Appreciate you. Mel, any final thoughts?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Walking into 2018, mental game strong!
Behind the desk.